Just think of it. In a period, in 3 years, just think of it. In 3 years, the destruction that they've done. And 5 years ago, 4 years ago, even 3 years ago, because it took them a while to destroy it. But we had everything. We had the greatest economy in history. We had the greatest economy in the history of our world. Before COVID came in, there was never anything like it. And then I redid it again, gave them back a stock market that was higher than it was before COVID came in. It was just higher. And nobody's ever seen anything like it. But we had the greatest economy in the history of our country, probably the greatest economy in the history of the world. If you remember, China was going to overtake us in 2018. That's from 20 years, I heard. 2018. We were doubling up in China. We were beating them so badly, and I put the tariffs on. We took in hundreds of billions of dollars, and that's where I got you the 28 billion. I took it right out of there. And I said, thank you very much, China. We were doing a number, and then all of a sudden it changed. Now we're so weak on China. I heard today how weak we are in China. And China makes payments to the family of Joe Biden and to him. Now think of it. And we are so weak, and they don't even respond to our phone calls anymore. They responded to me so fast. We had a very strong relationship with China, and they respected our country. They don't respect us anymore. I think nobody respects us anymore. We're a laughingstock. If you look at what's happening, all the people that died, far more than what they're reporting in Ukraine, and the cities are just being obliterated. They're coming in. Now they're taking out Kyiv. If you take a look at the missiles that are being shot over the last 2 days, and how do you like to live there where missiles are being shot, right? You have no idea if you get hit. You're sitting in your living room and a missile comes in. You see the little kids going to school, but now they're hitting Kyiv. And it's just, it's so sad to see. That would have never happened. Zero chance. It didn't happen. Never talked about, never even discussed. I discussed it with Putin. I told him, you can't do that. Don't do that, Vladimir. Don't do that. Very, very strong talk I had with him. But, and he always had his eye open for that, but he would have never done it if I was there. That whole thing would never be happening right now. It's been horrible. Would have never, and even the Democrats admit that. They say, no, we agree with that. It would not have happened if I was there. And with President Xi, it would have never happened what they're probably going to be doing in the not too distant future with Taiwan. That will never, I had a talk. I had almost the identical talk with both. And essentially I said, better not do it, better not do it. And Russia would never have done it, and China would never have done it. And let's see what happens with China. A lot of this was started by Afghanistan because it was so pathetic. I think it was the lowest point in the history of our country, what happened in Afghanistan. Taking the soldiers out first. All you had to do is leave the soldiers, take out the American citizens. Many of them are there right now. You know that. You can imagine what's happening to them. But you take out the American citizens, you take out some of the people, you get everything, and you take the equipment. Don't forget, we lost 13 soldiers. We had many, nobody ever talks about this, many of our soldiers were absolutely decimated. They were so badly injured, so horribly hurt. Nobody ever mentions them. I mention them all the time because we had a lot of them really badly hurt. Missing legs and arms and faces, just absolutely so bad, so horrible to even think about it. That all wouldn't have happened. We wouldn't have had inflation. We would be energy dominant right now, not independent. We would be energy dominant right now. Your energy you'd be paying $1.87 instead of $4, $5, $6. It's going way up, by the way. You watch. It's going to. Wait till you see what's going to happen. And then on top of it, you can't get electricity in half of our cities, and they want to go all electric. You have no choice. Some people want a car that goes for longer than an hour and a half, and then let's charge it. Let's sit back and charge it for 4 hours. No, it's just crazy. And you know what? If you want an electric car, who cares? That's fine. They're fine. But a lot of people don't want that. A lot of people want to be able to drive forever and then in 10 minutes get a tank of gas. A lot of people don't want it. So all of that will change on day one. That's going to all change on day one. Now they have a thing that they don't want gas stoves.
Drill, baby, drill.
Grill. Well, drill, baby, drill is right. Well, once you do that, you're going to stop the inflation because energy caused the inflation. Now it's got a mind of its own. You know, now it's just taken over. It's the food, it's everything. But ultimately, that caused everything. It's so big. It's so all-evasive. And the energy caused it. Look, we went from $1.87 and really lower than that at some points. We had it. In fact, I had to get it up, or we would have lost. The oil companies would have been out of business. I'm sorry to tell you that, but we had to actually get it up. I had calls with Putin and with the king of Saudi Arabia, because it was so low. We were taking in so much. It was beautiful, but in a way, I said, you know, these guys, it's like a team owner. If you didn't have some restrictions, they would go out of business very quickly. We did a great job, but we were at $1.87. Everybody was happy. Greatest everything. We had the greatest job production. We had more jobs than we've ever had. If you were black or white or Asian or anything, everything was the best. If you had a diploma from Harvard, MIT, and the Wharton School of Finance, or if you didn't have a high school diploma, if you didn't graduate from high school, every single category, women, men, was doing the best they've ever done. And now our country's a laughing stock. Now our country's a laughing stock. So I just want to thank the people of Iowa for the past 2 runs, and they were great, and we won by a lot. And this time we're up by much more than we were even the last time, where we won by a lot. And I have been good to you, and I will be even better. We're gonna do a real job. And